What's up guys, it's Tari. Nice to see you again. So I'm here just to do another minimalist video, and I will sporadically throw these videos out as I'm getting deeper and deeper into minimalism. And right now I'm about 7 months deep into it, okay? We're in a committed relationship. I've finally got over that 6-month hump of where I'm kind of deciding if I really need this in my life, okay? So throughout this journey, like I just said, I will be throwing out videos. Some videos may be question videos that maybe some of you other minimalists or just general people can answer for me, right? Like, you know, whatever. Or they're going to be videos of like, hey, I gotten over a hump and this is how I got over that hump, right? So this video is how I got over a hump, basically, okay? And in this video, I'm going to talk about spending triggers. I did do a blog post and I'll leave that in the description box for you guys to check out if you guys want to. You don't have to. You can do whatever the fuck you want, really, right? But I'm just leaving it there in case you guys just want something to do or just want something to read, okay? I'm only just going to mention 2, okay? But there's more in the blog post, right? And if you guys feel free to add any more spending triggers that you guys have had or that you guys have seen your friends and family have or whatever, okay? So I'm just going to talk about 2. So growing up, I noticed that the girls in my family, including myself, we were never exposed to the luxuries of having clothes and having nice things. While my brothers were always getting new jackets, they were always getting new shoes, they were always enrolled in basketball, they were always getting their lineups and everything like that. And the girls in my family, we never got that, right? And that's just the way it was. So because of that, when I was growing up, I always wanted nice things, you know, and luckily I went to a high school that had uniforms. Otherwise, yeah, I would have looked like pure struggle, right? Thank God for uniforms. But, you know, whenever I went out with my girlfriends and stuff like that, you know, they would always have like this new shoes, new Nikes, new jerseys. Remember back in, well, I don't know how you guys are, but when I was in high school, those jersey dresses were in and stuff like that, and everybody had them, and I was like always the oddball out. Every girl always had their hair done. My hair was never done. Like, it was all just kind of stuff, right? So when I got my first job, I took full advantage. I bought everything. I bought anything I wanted. I just bought, right? Because I'm like, yo, now this is me. It's about me, right? I started doing my hair. Years later, I started getting into makeup, etc., 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 right? So growing up, not being able to get what you want, and then being on this minimalist journey and kind of telling yourself that like you don't need it, that was having a big clash for me. Because when I felt like, not that I couldn't buy something, but when I felt like I'm not buying this right now, I kind of felt like I was a kid again, and like I couldn't buy things for myself. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of felt like I felt down about it. Like, I want it, but like, you know what I mean? It was like that rift where like your brains are like bumping heads at each other. So that was really hard for me. So I had to get over that mental jail, okay? Like, I was in a mental jail and I had to get over that mental jail. Now, I had to go through counseling for that, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, I had to go to counseling for that, okay? Therapy, counseling, whatever you want to call it. I had to go and do that because it was really an issue, and I didn't understand it at first. Like, I didn't understand why I was feeling this kind of like depression, right? It was like, I don't know, I was feeling like I was becoming detached from myself, right? And I didn't understand why, and that's why I went to counseling. Then we found out, hey, it's because of your childhood that, you know, da-da-da-da. That's a hump that I had to get over. But I feel like if you grew up and, you know, you couldn't buy the things that you wanted to buy, and maybe this is because your family just couldn't afford it, I don't know, right? Like, everybody has different reasons. Maybe you had kind of like the same childhood I had, like, I don't know, right? But if you grew up as a child, as a teenager, etc., knowing that you can't buy things, and when you finally have money, it's like, I can buy this, it does something to you. It does, like, it affects you. And I know some people are probably thinking, yeah, but Tara, you know, you grew up not having anything anyway, so it's not a big deal. No, like, you kind of have to go through it to know what I'm talking about. But I get the way those who would say that think, because it's kind of like, okay, you never had anything when you were growing up and you're in your teenager, so why does it matter now that you don't have anything? Like, I get it. Like, I get where you guys are coming from, but at the same time, you don't get it because you don't get where I'm coming from, right? And like I said, for me, I had to go through counseling to get over it. For you, you might not even have to go to counseling to get over it, you know what I mean? For you, you might just talk to like a friend and it clicks. Do you know what I mean? But I had a hard time, and so I just kind of want to say, if you're not understanding why you're having a hard time, it might be a psychological issue. I'm just saying, okay? One day I was sitting at work and I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna transfer all my money from my checking into my savings, right? Because I really don't plan on buying anything for the week, and I already brought groceries, etc, etc. So you know what, I'm just gonna have X amount of dollars in my wallet for myself for the week, but in regards to in my bank account, I'm just gonna put everything in my checking. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna buy anything, so why have the money sitting here? I might as well put it somewhere where it can get interest and it can grow. So now payday came, and not only did payday come, tax return came. So I had pay and my tax return all deposited into my account on one day. I woke up that morning and I was like, oh, today's payday. I checked my app, saw the digits, and immediately my brain said shopping.
Bitch, you got money? You better go to the mall and buy those shoes. You better go to the mall and buy that makeup.
Now, mind you, money's gonna be spent, okay? It is. Money's gonna be spent. You know, I'm not gonna be 27 now and I'm still saving money, and then on my deathbed I still don't want to spend the money. Like, who does that? People save money for different reasons. People live minimalist lives for different reasons. I'm living a minimalist life because I have goals in life that I want to achieve, and I don't want to have all this shit around me. You know what I mean? So how can you get over this hump? This is what I do, right? And it might help you guys and it might not help you guys depending on where you live and the stores that you have around you, okay? So this is what I do. What I do is, if I have an urge to shop, which I do from time to time, right? And I think everybody is gonna have that urge eventually. Like, I don't think there's, I mean, hey, maybe there is, you know, maybe there is. If I have an urge to buy something, I only shop at a store where I can get a full refund within 15 to 30 days. That way, I feel like I'm not locked in. Do you know what I mean? So for example, I went to Sephora last week. I had an urge, okay? I love makeup. This is kind of a beauty vlog channel, kind of, sort of, whatever. I like makeup. Going into Sephora wasn't the best decision, but I was looking at face products, new moisturizers and stuff like that, whatever, okay? And I got the urge, so I bought stuff. But mind you, Sephora has a return policy. You have 30 days full refund, okay? So I'm not locked in knowing that my money's gone, you know what I mean? And even if a store has an exchange policy, the store still has your money, you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter if you come and you exchange, I don't know, you want to exchange a top for pants, the store still has your money because you have to use your money. Do you get what I'm saying? So if a store gives you a credit note of $80, that's your money, but it's not your money in your bank account. It's your money on a flimsy little receipt paper that you want to use because you don't want them just to have your money. Do you know what I mean? Where if you shop at stores like, I don't know, Sephora, Old Navy, The Gap, Aldo, The Bay, like, you know what I mean? If you shop at the stores that have full refunds, you feel a little bit better of yourself, and then when you get over this high of I need to buy, you can go return it. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is stuff that I've done, and this is things that I'm gonna still continue to do. If I'm gonna buy something, I'll buy from a store that I know I can return and I can get my money back. I hope these 2 spending triggers that I explained to you guys, I hope these kind of helped you guys out. I hope these gave you guys something to think about on your minimalist journey. If you guys have experienced any other triggers that you guys, you know, find interesting, leave it down in the comment area. Check out my blog post if you want. You can leave a comment there as well. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.